Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to our podcast. This is episode 7.
I think so.
I think it's episode 7. And a really sweet treat this week. We're actually recording it in video.
Woohoo!
So hi to those on our
we're
YouTube.
back at you.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
We're recording it in video. Yes. Guys on our YouTube, please forgive us. I know we haven't posted some of our podcast episodes there, but
That's
kids,
true.
people, kids. Yeah, we need help.
Well, we're just going through a bit of transition, and so the YouTube ones have not been recorded. At least the video hasn't been recorded.
Yeah.
So be gracious with us. We actually do need some help. So if you're savvy in social media
Or you want to
website
babysit 2 wonderful
design,
boys.
Oh yeah, if you want to babysit, like that's a huge need right now.
Mm-hmm.
And with the time difference, it's just we have to find just different times to do the recording. So bear with us while we go through these early years of kids.
I know. Early years of kids, early years of starting this whole new adventure.
That's right.
But yes, here we are.
But honey, you've been listening to what's your favorite song right now?
Oh my word.
I think this song is just kind of booming in my head.
You know what? I heard it on an Instagram post. I'm scrolling through Instagram and Coffee, I think is her name.
The artist, eh?
The artist. Her name is Coffee.
Koffee.
Right, Coffee. And the song is Toast.
Toast.
It's not really my favorite song. It's just that we've been playing
and
it
it's
on
very
repeat.
catchy, eh?
Yeah. We've been playing it on repeat for
You know when you bump into somebody and you're just like, this person is kind of trending.
I don't necessarily love all of the songs, but that one is just like...
But Toast is very... We were like going down on Kwakini Highway.
Yeah.
And I had the windows down and playing it. And
it's... I mean, everybody's just like,
it's very,
what's going on
It's a very
here?
catchy rhythm.
It is.
You know? Can't ball in a life and...
Oh, I'm proud of you. He got the words right. This is something you guys should know. He studied music and he hardly gets the words right. So good job. Good job.
Well, guys, we're here to talk to you a little bit about the relationship program called Love Works.
Oh, yes.
And for those of you who are on our Facebook and Instagram page, you might be seeing a bit of that being advertised or promoted. I hope you're liking it.
I have to say this real talk before we get into it. I told Teko last week that I didn't like his voice after our recording.
Aww.
Because he has this little radio suave voice. And I was just like, oh, I don't like it. But then when I'm listening to the recording again to edit it, I'm like, oh, he actually sounds nice.
She
and
fell
we
all
nice
over
together.
in love with me, guys. And you know what happened next.
I didn't. I'm just saying it publicly. You have a wonderful podcast voice.
Thank you, honey.
And I like it.
Wow.
So there you go. It's on public record.
Public record.
But yeah, before we jump into Love Works, if there's anybody new here, welcome. We are Teko and Gabrielle Bailey. We've been married for 5 years, going on 6. We have 2 wonderful boys. We are from Jamaica, but now we're living in the land of Aloha, which is Hawaii. And we are full-time missionaries. And this is our space to talk about staying in love while raising kids, building a business, and going where Jesus sends us. It's just life. Yeah.
That's right.
It's just life.
Just before we jump into Love Works,
we've been saying just before we jump into for a long time. Let's jump into the thing.
But let me just say one more thing here. I just think, really, I'm going to say it again. We said it before. Guys, if you are social media savvy or have website development skills, we need your help. If you'd like to come and intern with us, we'd love to have you a part of the We Are the Baileys crew. We do a bunch of work in different places. One of the places we work in is Sierra Leone in West Africa.
Yep.
I know some of you don't know that, but I just wanted to throw it out there. And we do a bunch of other things too. So if you're interested and you'd like to join the group, maybe intern with us for a bit or serve in a specific role, we are inviting you to send us a private message and we can talk some more.
And you can go to our website. It's wearethebaileys.org to find out more about We Are the Baileys and find out just the heart behind that. I'll say quickly, We Are the Baileys really is just this platform and this community to encourage people, motivate and encourage people to live confidently and change their world.
That's right.
In whatever space of life that they're in. So to live confidently and change your world with your marriage, with your family, with your business, with your calling from the Lord.
That's right.
That's what We're the Baileys is about. It's really to encourage you to live your life to the fullest according to the Lord's will for your life.
Excellent, honey.
Yeah.
So, love works.
Love works.
The heart behind it.
Love works. Okay, so this conversation was triggered by another conversation.
Yes.
Someone asked me in person about love works. Now, it's easy to have one persona in social media world versus in reality. And it kind of caught me off guard because I'm advertising this to people who aren't here. So when somebody who's here goes, "Oh, tell me about this program," I'm like, "Oh." And so I really had to have this time of prayer. And you had a really good question this morning at breakfast. Like, if we had all the money in the world and if we had every single thing that we needed,
would we still be doing
this?
Yeah.
And I just felt like, oh, that's such a perfect question to have even throughout the rest of our life with everything else that we create. And so, back to that conversation with this person, I told her about it, but I didn't feel like I communicated the heart behind Love Works and why we're doing it.
Yeah.
And I recognize now that it really is a declaration. Because when you're just married for 5 years, you kind of feel inadequate. Like, what do we know about love to share with anybody? Like,
especially compared to somebody who's married for 10 or more.
Right. And it's also, you don't say this, but it's also kind of a scary notion to be like, oh, we're going to teach you about love. What if something happens to our relationship?
Yeah.
Like, what if he tries to cheat on me and then I have to kill him? This isn't my testimony here, so don't this isn't on record. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, what if something happens? And so I recognize that really Love Works is a declaration. It's this proclamation that love works. It can work.
That's right.
We have to make a choice for it to work.
That's
and
right.
Love takes work.
And I think we have similar desires, like to make our love work. Not saying that everybody doesn't start that way, but it takes a lot of intentionality. Yeah. And I think if it's one of the things I've observed about us is that we do try to invest in resources or seminars or different things, so, and we felt like that's blessed our lives, and we wanted to share with others, Right. We wanted to share with you people, we wanted to share with others, and just sharing what we've learned and what we know, And
just take a bold step to come forward and say, love works. This is what we've learned and we want to share it with. But you know what, though? I'll say this because I'm just remembering this. When we were dating, it was very clear to us that we were completely opposite. And not only were we completely opposite, we were completely opposite and both strong, opinionated people. And so and I think I shared this in the Instagram post we had sometime this week. We kind of butt heads a lot in the dating phase and the early married phase. And it wasn't because we didn't love each other. We were just strong and we wanted things our own way. Yes. And so a lot of what we have in the program is what we've had to learn over those years to mesh well together. Yes. Yeah.
I think one of the good things that we've had that's been a huge blessing to us is just different mentors, people who have invested in our lives, people who have challenged us. And I think when you grow and work closely with each other too, the beauty of having to hash things out on the spot.
It's true. It's true.
It helps.
It helps.
You don't always like it, but it definitely helps.
It helps.
Versus, I think if we had more of like, like if you were a doctor and I were like a bank manager or something like that, working in different places, I don't know if it would be the same. You know?
But you know what too, we early on in our marriage we did make a choice, a conscious choice to say that we wouldn't look at counseling as something that was negative. Only for that we would intentionally seek it out in the beginning of anything happening. So I remember when we had Kalino and he wasn't even 6 months old and we're like, we need help.
Yes.
Because this is gonna weigh on our marriage. And the couple that we went to kind of laugh because they're just like, guys, this is so early. And we're like, well, you need to help us because already I think this is his fault and there's guilt and resentment.
I think we like being proactive though.
Right. So that's what Love Works is. It's a whole bunch of us being proactive and how that just helped us throughout the years.
And just sharing all the bits and pieces that we've learned from others through seminars, trainings, different books, different resources that we've invested in. And we feel like it would be a blessing to you guys because sometimes you don't share what you know because you think people already know it.
You think people already know it, one, and like I was saying before, you don't necessarily feel that you're ready to share it because you haven't
perfected it.
Right. You haven't perfected it, or there are different standards that you haven't met in terms of like, oh, we're only married 5 years. Why do we have anything to share?
Yeah.
And so you'd keep it to yourself. But then there are people who are married less than we've been and we have stuff to share with them.
I think one of the things too that comes to mind is just, I would say we kind of have a similar framework when it comes to thinking of how we approach life.
Right.
And I know we're going to dig a little bit into that when we do for the month of January.
Right. So the month of January is having a shared vision. And, so here's an interesting example that clearly displays this. We get to breakfast this morning. And while we're at breakfast and I'm telling him about different things that's happening in my quiet time, he's telling me about different things in his quiet time, but they're different but confirming.
From different perspectives.
Different perspectives, but they're confirming the same thing. And it's just because we have a similar framework.
Yeah.
And we have a similar framework, and that has helped us to have a shared vision. So we're going to be talking about that in the month of January. You
have a few days left to sign up. If you haven't already done that, definitely go to our website, www.wearetheBaileys.org/loveworks.
Is there any other month in there that you're looking forward to?
I need to look back on everything. There's one that's there are about 2 or 3 others, but I can't remember the exact topic now.
I'm definitely looking forward to Love and Respect. Ooh, we've done the Love and Respect course before.
You guys are gonna love that.
And we're still learning from Love and Respect.
Oh my gosh, the crazy cycle.
The crazy cycle, and how to get from the crazy cycle to the energizing and rewarding cycle.
You guys are gonna want that, need that.
So that's coming up in it as well. And just a bunch of other lovely things. Understanding and appreciating differences. Guys, if you don't understand and appreciate differences, then a lot of things will go out the window.
So true.
A lot of things will go out the window, because then you recognize that's just a difference. That doesn't need to be a big deal. Or I can't get this done well, but she can or he can because of their differences.
That's right. Knowing how to lean on each other's strengths.
Right. So, and knowing how to pull each other out of their weaknesses.
That's
because
right.
your strengths might be their weaknesses.
That's right.
But that's enough. Go and sign up. then
love
you'll hear
works.
more.
It's going to be 12 key habits to help your love work.
There you go.
So come on, guys, get onto the Instagram page, get onto the Facebook page, and join the community. If you have downloaded the resource but you haven't joined the Facebook group, I would encourage you to go on over.
Community is so important for growth.
That's right. That's right. And that's where you get to dig into some of the deeper questions, and it's just the shared group that gives you that sort of a mastermind feel where you're enriched through the feedback of others.